Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Plain Camp podcast. Today with us, we have Alexandra Molina, which is an amazing practitioner. She has so many years of research, bringing well-being and embodied practice for companies, and she's the ambassador of well-being to all these people that are stressing out on the companies. And she has worked for so many years into this, mixing different techniques about emotional release and company coaching, as well as breathwork. So we want to learn so much today about the work of Alexandra and how play has a so much important component in her practice, and how she can connect with the authenticity of people and to bring that to the surface so we can have a life that is much more purposeful and with a very clear intention on what we do and what we do it. So thank you very much for coming here today, Alexandra.
Carlitos, thank you so much for having me here. Very excited to be a part of this wonderful podcast. And I know your work and I know what you're doing, and I love it and support it so much. So it's an honor and super happy to be here and share this, which I believe through many years of working with many thousands of people in the field of self-growth, well-being, emotional well-being especially, and stress management, and many things that I have worked in corporations and with also groups, different groups of people. I know how important it is to allow this part in ourselves that it's more authentic, that it's more alive, that is playful, that is full of energy, to be present when we work, when we relate to each other. And then normally, because, we are so suppressed, we're so we're put in a square, we're so conditioned about the system that we're not authentic anymore. And that's a big thing. And I'm a big advocate of living our life in the most authentic way that we can be, and be ourselves fully. I think that's when we are actually connect with joy, and we can give our best and live our purpose, when we're actually very authentic and we're connected, coming from that place, which is truthful. So It has been I have to say that it hasn't been easy, especially working with corporations, where you go to a corporate work and everyone is like this, and especially the higher, the people that are like the bosses, because they have so much pressure. But it has been a beautiful challenge to offer different tools for people to connect with something deeper and more authentic. And some of the tools that I've been sharing during my work are breathwork. Breathwork is very powerful to put the mind for a moment aside, and to allow the energy of the body, the movement, and just the breath, right, to help us to release. Because I think one very important key, if we were want to give like certain keys or tools of how to become more authentic, how to integrate play in our life or in our job with companies or with people, one of the main things is to release the emotions that are stuck. That's key. Because if we're holding a lot of anger, or holding a lot of pain, or holding a lot of resentment, we won't be able to loosen up to be ourselves. So that's key. And we use breathwork for that. I use breathwork for that. Another very, very important thing is to dissolve conditioning. Be open to explore beyond our beliefs, beyond our belief system, because that's the main cause of not allowing us to be who we are, because we have an identity created that we kind of inherited by the system, family, culture, religion, education. So it's a big thing of how to deconstruct and dissolve all those beliefs. So for that, I use many tools. And one is reflection, journaling, awareness, meditation. Also, the playful movement when we interact with others. When I give workshops to companies or just to general people, individuals, I always work with interaction with each other. because that's very, very powerful. When you interact with another human being without something that is telling you what to do, just to put you there, to look into your eyes, just to breathe together, incredible things happen, and you are out of the conditioning for a moment, out of the mind, and then you start interacting from a more authentic way, from a place of truth, from a place of wisdom, because we know it, because it's in our cellular memory how to interact. One of my big I would say motivations and passions is about how to create meaningful and truthful connections. Connecting is a survival need. It goes just beyond something that we say we need to connect. No, we actually have to connect in order to live. It's like a primary need. But a lot of times, because of our conditioning, we actually don't connect. Yeah, because of the mind, we don't allow connection, deep intimacy with others. So that's a lot of what I do in my workshops too. I allow with many techniques, and some of those are playing and like laughter and breathing and authentic movement to connect, and people can create meaningful connections from different places, from places of more authenticity. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just gave you some stuff that I've been doing. Yeah.
Nice. So what I'm hearing here is like you are combining different set of techniques and approaches. So when you work with people, you not only work from a more traditional psychotherapeutic approach, which is through journaling or through cognitive reappraisal or this like transforming the belief systems, but also with all these more embodied practices that approach people more through the body as well as with the connections with each other. So they can go beyond their minds and they can connect with each other at the same time that they are releasing their emotions, that they are blocking them. Is that correct?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And when we connect from the body, we are present. So we tap into a field of truth, of power, of authenticity, we allow actually the connection to happen, because since we're present in the body is present always. We can allow our body to guide us. It has so much wisdom, our body. The body is connected too with intuition, which is this knowing that we all have. And it's so beautiful to see when we let go of the mind and let go of the conditioning, of the beliefs, of the limiting things that are there, and we step into a broader knowing and into our body in the present. Beautiful things happen in terms of connecting, potential, creativity. The source of creativity is the here and now, the body, the intuition. When we are when we're relaxed, we can be creative. When we're playful, we create. Actually, when we play, we create. So being in our body allows many things. One of the things that I think many people struggles is being creative, create different things in their life, imagine, dream, open to new possibilities. But when we're actually just allow ourselves to be in the present moment, in the body, with the breath, we're allowing creativity to come. So mm-hmm. That's a very powerful thing, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And I got to know that a meaningful part of your career was in corporations. Are you still working on corporations, or are you working in something different at the moment?
Yeah, so corporations, I've been doing corporations for many years, and I do have certain programs still going on, but right now I'm really focused on retreats. I've been doing that for retreats for 15 years now too, leading retreats. And I'm actually very excited because I am leading a retreat in Turkey. Right now I'm in Turkey, and this is a very unique, special retreat about how to actually, since we're talking about this, like the power of connecting with our authenticity, with our higher and truer self, and with intuition. I'm leading a retreat that is called Awakening Your Inner Vision, to have more clarity about what's our vision, what's our purpose, how to tap into intuition, how to have more clarity about where we're going. And I will link this with where I was talking before. I think when we are conditioned, we very, very conditioned, we lack clarity of what's really our mission, what's really our purpose, what's possible for us, because we live through the conditioning, through the limiting beliefs. So we cannot see beyond. And I think we all need every time to dissolve these limiting beliefs, dissolve the identity that we have, to tap into something that is actually very playful, because it's like the inner child coming and dreaming and say, what did I came here for? What's my truth? What's my vision? And to be very intuitive, to allow ourselves to live this from this place. So it's I'm very excited because we're choosing a very sacred place. It's Cappadocia, Turkey, and the Cappadocia has caves. So it's going to be very beautiful, because we're going to be meditating in the caves and connecting with all this intuition that we have and our inner self. So I'm pretty excited about this. And
Nice.
yeah, hopefully
Amazing.
many people come. Yes.
Oh,
Hopefully for the next retreats, we can have play camp. We should do one play camp. That will be beautiful, because, these topics all connect so well. I think play camp and playing connects with any topic, because, that's the beauty about what you're doing, actually, because, playing is so necessary for our freedom to have purpose, clarity. It's so connected. So hopefully next time play camp will be there. But these retreats is the first week of November, so it's coming. But for the next one, we will do something together for sure.
Nice.
Yes.
So in this retreat, you are focused on clarity and awakening this inner vision. And do you have on mind what type of people should be participating? What is the perfect type of person to go to this retreat?
Yeah, anyone who is having a lack of purpose, or who wants to find a different purpose in their life, who is struggling with having clarity in their life at that moment, in any area of their lives, love life, work, anything, for somebody that is searching for a deeper connection with themselves, to activate their intuition. Also, for somebody that needs an emotional release and disconnect from the world for a certain time and connect with themselves deeper. We're going to do a lot of emotional releasing during the retreat, with many techniques: danza primal, breathwork, meditation, psychotherapeutic techniques. It's going to be very deep, very, very deep process. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, for example, if I am a person that recently had a romantic breakup, and now I don't know which direction I want to go, or if I want a relationship, or if I want to focus on myself, this retreat could be good for me.
Oh yeah, perfect. Perfect. Because it will help you to heal. And at the same time, you will gain a lot of clarity with a lot of techniques that we're going to be working, and you will tap into the intuition to see what's the next step for you. I want to say something here. In order to have clarity from your higher self, from your intuition, it's important to become friends with uncertainty. Sometimes we have to be in the uncertainty, because as we call, that's emptiness. The uncertainty is a moment of emptiness where you don't know what's next, but that's very fertile. That has infinite possibilities. That's a field of infinite possibilities for you. When we manage to be there for some time, it will, the beautiful things will start like manifesting, and you will see signs, and you will have this clarity. And so we're going to teach a process of how to see these signs, of how to remain calm when you don't know what's next. Because normally the mind, we've been programmed that we need to know all the time what's next. We've been programmed to plan. But we need to stop that for a moment and be okay with uncertainty, with not knowing, and to trust that it will be it will unfold, and we will have the clarity from a deeper place. And that's what we're looking to go, to have that clarity from a deeper place. Because the mind has many agenda for us, it has like a plan. But what's really deep inside of you, wanting to emerge, but we don't give it the time and the space for that to happen. So this retreat is for that, for give you some time and space so you can tap into something deeper and see what manifests and what comes for you.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm understanding here is, in this retreat, the participants are going to have an opportunity of going deeper and into creating a space for them to reflect and to become more comfortable with uncertainty. So then the real purpose that is inside them can come to the surface, and they can connect with it, and they can eliminate all these blockages and all these emotions that they have inside, and they can also leave behind all these past and limiting beliefs and these patterns that they have been conditioned with, so they can step into the purpose and they can move ahead into the life that they want to manifest. Is that
exactly? You said it beautifully. I'm glad this is recorded, because I'm going to take what you say. It's beautiful. Yes. And we want to do this because a lot of times what happens, we all have moments, many moments. This happens all the time. Transition. We break up, we change our work, we have an economic crisis, we have financial problems, we're moving, we don't want to live in the place that we want to live, we've been living. So we all have these moments when we don't know. And the tendency of the mind is to immediately, out of anxiety, fear, to put things. We want to make many things. We want to fill up our calendar. We want to plan immediately. So a lot of times we plan based on the past, based on the conditioning, based on what we know, based on the old identity, the old self that we want to actually change. So what we want to work on the retreat is like how to have this inner vision about your life and this clarity from a different place, where actually you have infinite possibilities. You have trust that it will be for your best. So from this place of trust and peace, you start connecting with a deeper sense of knowing. And from that place, you start creating your vision and manifesting and seeing the synchronicities and seeing your purpose and tapping into your purpose. Because the mind, and I'm going to explain this, it's a psychological law called the law of closing in Gestalt therapy. Our mind needs to close all the time, needs to closure and needs to close as an understanding mechanism. So our mind needs to know all the time. We don't do well with not knowing. And that's normal. That's part of a function in our mind and the ego, that it's okay for certain things. Yes, we need to know, we need to plan, of course. But from a soul perspective, from a deeper perspective, it's good to not know for some time and to step in this place that we've been talking, which is infinite possibilities, and is vacuum, is emptiness, but very fertile, where everything could flourish. And that's very inspiring. And that's almost like a mind of a little kid that allows to dream beyond any limits. And it's very innocent, and it believes that everything is possible and is very beautiful, and just awaits. Because the ego and the mind is like, no, I know what to do. But no, the other thing is like, I'm here, witnessing what can be possible, what can be brought to me. And I have to say that this journey of creating this retreat, that's what it has been. We manifested this retreat from that place, actually. The three of us that were creating this retreat, we were in Mind Valley University a couple months ago. And we wanted to do retreats, and we didn't know that we were going to be working together. But if I tell you all the synchronicities that have happening for us to be together doing this, it's so beautiful. And we were like really waiting, what's next, and how is this showing, and how is this unfolding? And it's a very inspiring thing to see that, the life will provide, the life will show you. So we have to start activating more of that trust that we already have. Like little kids, they completely trust that they're going to be taken care. They're just playing, loving, being very present. We need to activate more of that, I think. Yeah.
Nice. So for all of you listeners, if you get curious about this Awaken Your Inner Vision retreat happening in Cappadocia in Turkey from the 7th to the 12th of November, which is in a few weeks, then there is a link on the show notes. So reach out, and you can reach out to Alexandra. And you have already heard it from her, heard it from me. It's an opportunity for you of creating that space to allow the new things to come to your life, as well as to leave behind all these past patterns that have blocked your development. And now is the moment to enter into 2024, into your new identity, into your new purpose, and ready to create and manifest the new life of your dreams. In less than 60 seconds, could you like to add something else, Alexandra?
I think we have said it all. I just want to hold a moment of gratitude that we can be together today, that we are with everyone that is listening, and that we can remember that we are held by life, that we can trust, like little kids, that life will provide these incredible things for us. Just to remember the remembering that we are held and hold by something bigger than us, and that we can trust in ourselves, that we can allow ourselves to be authentic. And that will be my final message, just that. Nice. And also to trust it in the beauty of like spontaneously, to be spontaneous, to be authentic, kind of like what we created today, Carlos, in this conversation. It was very spontaneous, and it went perfect. It went better than it would if we have planned it before. to trust. I think, nice. I'm super happy to have shared this space with you. Always beautiful things happen when we get together with people that are in the same frequency, especially Carlos. Carlos has this magic, and I want to thank you, because you have the power to make people to get the best. I have felt that I'm so comfortable today, so happy to be sharing this. So I want to thank you, and I hope everyone that is listening to us have felt this energy that we created today in these 30 minutes. Yes.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. So now you have heard it. If you want to tap into your inner child, to be open to dream big and to go ahead with your spontaneity and play-like attitude, then go to Awaken Your Inner Vision Retreat in November in Cappadocia. Thank you very much, Alexandra. And we see you in the next episode of Playing Camp. See ya.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.